Hey, what's up? It's me again. I'm here in beautiful Cape Tribulation. Super happy to be here. It's just a couple hours north of Cairns. Pronounced Cairns, like Cairns, not Cairns with an R, which is what Americans do apparently. Ephemerality versus infinity. What that means and why I'm saying it. Basically, you're walking through what you do a lot here in the rainforest, walking in and out of these trees all over the place. I walk in and out all the time. And I'm observing these hundreds of year old ferns, plants, these crazy huge bushes that you don't expect to be huge. They've been there for hundreds of thousands of years. And it got me thinking, there's no, and then of course as we're doing on the tour, the guy's telling us all the different things that we, could be doing, but it's just impossible because we just don't have the time. Which got me thinking about that whole concept of time, ephemerality versus infinity, and the scoping of existence and scoping of time and stuff. Basically, trees have their own time scope. Trees are there for the entire lifespan of the tree. And humans, unfortunately, can only be here for as long as humans can be. So even though we say we can intellectually conceive of things being around for forever, we're so removed from the sense of greater the world. Like the world's been here for so much more, like eternities of human understanding, and it's just so difficult to actually understand what that means. And I just thought that was something that was so crazy. We are so limited in our scope of existence. Like best case scenario, in like 20 years, the average lifespan, I don't know, 20, the average lifespan will be like 100 maybe. I mean, if we're lucky, I think that would be awesome. But yeah, and that, unfortunately, 100 years is all we have. And he's telling me about these trees that live for 400 years, or these bushes that live for 300 years. I'm like, they're all doing the same thing that we do as humans. Like, this idea that we're different at all, it's kind of crazy. But this weird consciousness, this whole awareness thing that we have that, we see a lot of other creatures and plants like don't have, it's very interesting to think about. The plants are doing the same thing. There's a battle for sunlight. Just like for us, we have like the battle for money. It's like all the same things, in different ways. Like for them, sunlight is the most important thing. There's no real emotion necessarily involved. For us, it's like our sunlight is like happiness, and we do battle with each other. We grow roots around each other, and we strangle each other. Like we're talking about strangler vines over there. Apparently these huge trees, maybe I'll show you the footage of that. These huge trees that go around the trunk of other trees. And they're like, I don't know, they're like vines. I didn't really hear what he said, but it was really cool. I'll show you what it looks like. But yeah, so we like strangle other people, like we'll, cut off their bank account. I don't know. We just have these underhanded ways of dealing with it in the same way like the natural world has its own way of doing it as well. And to think that we're anything different than the natural world is pretty crazy. But yeah, to get back on the whole ephemerality versus infinity thing, like, things will always like be, and we can only be alive for such a small window, which is just making me like so much more appreciative of everything that's happening. And it's a beautiful life, I cannot complain. But okay, on a history note, Cape Tribulation. Why is it called Cape Tribulation? When the sun is out, it looks a lot prettier than this. I mean, I'm assuming. Basically what happened was when Captain James Cook was sailing down around the area, he was actually mapping the coastline. He went through a lot of different trials and appropriately tribulations. He had to deal with a lot of that kind of stuff, and it was tough. So basically, like his boat destroyed. Only 3 out of the 4 pumps were working to get the water out of the boat. So I mean, he obviously had issues there. He spent like 5 months or 5 weeks, I don't know, 5 weeks in the forest, like trying to get wood to get his boat back to normal. And basically, eventually it worked. And but after that, after he came back and he decided on his way back down, he decided like, I'm gonna call it Tribulation. And then there's another one. There's like a mountain over here somewhere that's called like Mount Sorrow. And there's another one. There's a river. I forget what the river was called. Something sad. I don't know. But yeah, so basically the guy just went up and down the coast, calling it his things, like labeling it his feelings, which I thought was really interesting, really funny. But yeah, there's a little bit of history for you. Cape Tribulation, absolutely beautiful. Happy to be in Australia. Yeah, I have literally like, what, 3 days left? Friday, I have 3 days left after today, so see how it goes. I'm loving it. I'm gonna definitely miss it. Oh man, but yeah, I'm really lucky to be here. See if I can get one more of these video blogs in before rain comes in, but yeah. All right, with that said, see you guys next time.